Bonjour, my Ingana Doug. It's Miss Alicia. It is Thursday today, and today I want to share with you the book called A Pocket for Corduroy. I don't know if any of you have heard of this book before, or maybe your parents have read it, or maybe you picked it out at the library, or maybe you recognize it from our classroom. But I'm going to read A Pocket for Corduroy by the author on the bottom, by Don Freeman. All right, here we go. A Pocket for Corduroy. Late one summer afternoon, Lisa and her mother took their laundry to the laundromat. As always on such trips, Lisa carried along her toy bear, Corduroy. The laundromat was a very busy place at this hour. Now, Corduroy, you sit right here and wait for me, Lisa said. I'm going to help with our wash. Corduroy waited patiently, then he suddenly perked up his ears. Lisa's mother was saying, "Be sure to take everything out of your pockets, Lisa dear. You don't want your precious things getting all wet and soapy." Nobody likes wet and soapy clothes. I know I don't. Pockets? Said Corduroy to himself. I don't have a pocket. He slid off the chair. I must go find something to make a pocket out of, he said, and he began to look around. First he came to a pile of fancy towels and washcloths, but nothing was the right size or color. Then he saw a huge stack of colorful clothes in a laundry bag. There ought to be something in here to make a pocket out of, he said. There he is looking inside that big bag. Looks pretty dark in there. Without hesitating, he climbed inside the bag, which was filled with pieces of wet laundry. The dampness didn't bother Corduroy in the least. This must be a cave, he said, sighing happily. I've always wanted to live in a dark, cool cave. When the time came for Lisa to fetch her bear, he was gone. Oh, Mommy, oh no! Corduroy isn't here where I left him. I'm sorry, honey, said her mother, but the laundromat will be closing soon and we must be getting home. She's super sad. Look at her face. She's looking around for him, wondering where he went. Lisa was reluctant to leave without Corduroy, but her mother insisted. You can come back tomorrow, she said. I'm sure he'll be here. As they left, a young man wearing an artist's beret was taking his wet laundry out of a bag, the very bag Corduroy had discovered. Before he knew it, Corduroy was being tossed together with all the sheets, shirts, shorts, and slacks inside the washing machine and the dryer. Oh, but just as the artist was shutting the glass door, Corduroy tumbled out on the floor. How in the thunder did that bear ever get mixed up with my things? The artist wondered. Poor Corduroy was damp all over. Well, at least I can do for him is give his overalls a good drying, said the man thoughtfully. He unbuttoned Corduroy's shoulder straps and put his overalls in the dryer. Corduroy grew dizzy as he watched the clothes spinning around, but the artist became inspired. This would make a wonderful painting, he said as he took a sketch pad out of his pocket and began drawing the swirling colors. I can hardly wait to get back to my studio. Finally, the dryer stopped whirling. The man gathered up all the clothes. Then he helped Corduroy put on his warm, dry overalls. All at once, the manager of the laundromat called, "Closing time! Everybody out!" He's getting dressed with his little green overalls. Corduroy was gently placed on top of a washing machine. I wonder who that bear belongs to, said the artist as he was leaving. Seems to me he should have his name someplace. He's too fine of a fellow to be lost. As soon as the lights were turned off, Corduroy began his search again. He was surprised to see something white glowing in the dark. Maybe it's snow, he thought. He said, I've always wanted to play in the snow. Do you think that's snow? What do you think? He accidentally tipped over the open-lidded box, and suddenly he was covered with soft, slippery soap flakes. Gradually, Corduroy began to slip and slide. Oh, what fun, he said with a smile. I've always wanted to ski down a steep mountainside. Do you think it's snow? He landed his paws first in an empty laundry basket. This must be a cage, he said, peeking through the bars. I've never wanted to live inside a cage, like a bear in the zoo. But by now, Corduroy felt drowsy, and soon he nodded off to sleep. The next morning, when the manager came to open the door of the laundromat, there was Lisa waiting. I left something here yesterday, she exclaimed. May I look around? Certainly, said the manager. My customers are always leaving things. Lisa was searching under the chairs and the back of the washing machines when she heard the manager call her. Is this what you're looking for? Yes, he's my best friend, shouted Lisa as she came running. She reached in and picked Corduroy out of the basket. So this is where you've been, you little rascal, she said. It's time I took you home. Lisa thanked the manager and ran out the door down the street, holding Corduroy tightly in her arms. I thought I told you to wait for me, she said. Why did you wander away? I went looking for a pocket, Corduroy said. Oh, Corduroy, why didn't you tell me you wanted a pocket? Asked Lisa, giving him an affectionate squeeze. That morning, Lisa sewed a pocket on Corduroy's overalls. And here is a card I've made with your name on it for you to keep tucked inside, she said. I've always wanted a purple pocket with my name tucked inside, said Corduroy, as he and Lisa nuzzled noses. Did you like the book? I hope you did. I did too. So that is a pocket for Corduroy. We will be looking at it in the next couple days again, just to ask some questions about the book and what the kids liked, and maybe you at home as parents can ask them what they liked about the book, or maybe have a little discussion on maybe a favorite teddy bear that you might have had growing up or that they might have at home with them. So stay tuned, and Miigwech, Gigwabmin, thanks for listening.